Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Francine.
It does seem that actually we're holding on to our gains, but we are still expecting a lot of choppiness. And I guess it just depends on what the markets are focusing on any particular day. And today they're just focusing on the fact that it looks like we have progress, that the EFSF will be increased.
Well, I'm not sure about the EFSF being increased. I think that requires a treaty change, and Germany is vehemently opposed to that. But there is a little bit more optimism in the markets. We're seeing a broad-based rebound in mining stocks and banking stocks. And I think it's on the fact, or on the basis, that European leaders are now starting to, grasp the gravity of the situation unfolding within Europe. It looks as if Greece is going to get its next 8 billion euros. There's a vote going through the Greek Parliament later today on the property tax. That looks as if it could well get passed. The Troika will probably approve the next tranche of aid, and then we move on. And the problem is, at the moment, European leaders are still sort of arguing amongst themselves about whether or not to increase the EFSF.
Yeah.
Germany's ruled that out, so where does that leave us?
And Michael, that's really the problem. It seems that we talk about the Europeans finally coming to grips with the severity of the situation, but we've said that before, and they say, yes, it's serious, but it doesn't mean that they can actually do anything about it if they don't have the support of their people. Well, crunch time this week is going to be when we have that German vote on the bailouts.
That's right. It's going to be the vote in the Bundestag this week. And I think there's a new element that's been thrown into the equation as well. The head of the German Constitutional Court has actually gone on record in the German press as saying that any changes to German fiscal rules have to be put to a referendum of the German people. Now, obviously, if the German Constitutional Court is involved, that really does hinder Angela Merkel.
Financials, miners are up. What are your traders telling you? A lot of volatility, and again, they're very prudent about any upswing today.
Well, we've seen our clients have sort of been net longs of banks and miners over the past couple of days on the basis of a bounce in copper prices and obviously this slight rebound in sentiment. But I think it's going to be very, very short-lived. At the crux of it really is what really has changed. We're still in these broad ranges that we've seen in equity markets over the last 4 to 6 weeks. And until such times as we get some evidence one way or the other as to an outcome of this crisis, I think that's really going to remain the same. We're going to get these choppy moves within the ranges that we've seen over the past 4 to 6 weeks.
Michael, we only have 15 seconds left. How crucial are these Italian and Spanish bonds, the auctions today?
Not that. I think they'll go through, but at slightly higher bond yields. But it just highlights the pressure that Italian and Spanish debt is under.
All right, thanks again for joining us this morning.
Thank
Michael
you.
Hewson there, market analyst at CMC Markets.